The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and the rank is on the line. Introducing first, making his way to the ring, from the smoke-filled arenas of yesteryear, he is the number 3 contender in the AWL Best 4, the inventor of professional wrestling, and a Matt Classic.
Good evening, wrestling fans from the world-famous AWL Arena in Tokyo, Japan. This is the Animated Wrestling League, episode 323. We are starting off with the inventor of professional wrestling, Matt Classic Sr., number 3 contender, living legend, and one very proud papa. And one of his many wrestling children. Sort of.
And his opponent, making his withering from Yokohama, Japan, he is the bearer of a golden opportunity, the scion of submission, Chiba Akagi.
Well, I say wrestling children, more of a teacher and student relationship here, as one of many trainers in the submission arts of Chiba Akagi is Matt Classic. Now, Matt Classic was recently essentially handed the position in the Best 4 because of his victory over Gambahishi Dark in our season finale last season. As senior official Joey Baba Ganoush of the famous Baba Ganoush wrestling family calls to the bell, we get a collar and elbow tie-up. Matt Classic with an opportunity to prove he deserves to be in the top 4 of the Animated Wrestling League, contending for the Grand Championship, and Chiba Akagi with a takedown on Matt Classic goes down into a headlock. Matt Classic getting a headlock on Matt Classic, that is an accomplishment. Former AWL World's Heavyweight Champion. And now the opportunity, now that he's gotten his revenge on Gambahishi Dark, he's got his son back in the Animated Wrestling League. Matt Classic Sr. looking at the top prize in all of professional wrestling, the Animated Wrestling League Grand Championship. Beautiful airplane spin. And that's the danger of dealing with Matt Classic, these simple, basic, old maneuvers that Classic does better than anybody else. Cross-leg crab by Chiba Akagi, who, in terms of number of submission holds that he knows, better than Matt Classic. I'm going to say it, blasphemy though it be. And here we go, a bit of a Heidi Kanrana, face first, mask first, I should say, right into that AWL canvas inside that 20 by 20 foot ring. Kick away by Chiba Akagi, a huge lariat, taking down the veteran. In the AWL, there is no shame in losing to a higher-ranked wrestler. There is great shame in losing to a lower-ranked wrestler. If Matt Classic loses this match, he will almost certainly be out of the AWL Best 4, and Chiba Akagi would take his place. If Chiba Akagi loses, well, no shame in losing to someone better than you. Going for a toe hold there, that could be transitioned into a figure 4, but Chiba Akagi choosing not to do that at this juncture, as we're about 2 minutes into the 10-minute time limit for this standard rules singles match. And Chiba about to fly, showing he's not a one-trick pony on the submission game, but he wants Matt Classic on his feet. Drop kick! Perfect missile drop kick. And now waiting for something else. I don't think it's a smart idea to give Matt... Oh! Okay, maybe it is a smart idea. That actually worked. Chiba Akagi, the 20 count begins on the outside. Standard Japanese wrestling rules apply, 20 count before the ring out. Collar and elbow tie up, and now Matt's pissed. Inverted DDT, now in Matt Classic's day going outside the ring. That was a disqualification-worthy offense. So Matt Classic Sr., not a great expert when it comes to wrestling on the outside, which is why it's a good idea to get this back in the ring. Irish whip into the corner. Matt Classic with an opportunity here, rolling his opponent away, and Matt Classic's gonna fly! Matt Classic in the high red district with the fist drop! I have never seen Classic do that before. 1, 2, no, kick out. Matt Classic never leaves his feet if he doesn't have to. And going all the way up to the second rope, can you believe that? And by God, it's a pile driver. A move banned most places around the world, but try telling Matt Classic you can't do a pile driver. Good luck. And going back to that classic airplane spin. Going, I believe that is counterclockwise. Now turning clockwise, at least from our perspective. And into the drop. Now this is a dangerous maneuver because it does disorient the attacker as well as the victim. Classic not going for a submission here, not going for a pinfall off of that airplane spin. He usually does. Chiba Akagi, can he take advantage? No, he cannot. Knife edge chop. He taught Flair how to do that back in the day. And going up for the... Oh, the atomic drop! The atomic drop connects. He taught Bob Backlund how to do that. And now trying with the trapezius claw. He's got the leverage. Not perfect positioning, but good enough to do some damage. We're about to hit the halfway point. Got about 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining on the time limit. Now, in the event of a draw, the ranks do not change. Going up another pile driver. No, power bomb! He calls that the power bomb. And it's good for the 1, 2, 3. I'm pretty sure he invented that move at some point. Let's take a look at some of that action. I cannot believe that. That is some Wrestling Society X garbage. Matt Classic, a veteran of Wrestling Society X, incidentally. Cover for the 1. Kick out. And now, this I think was a turning point. I think Classic could have ended the match here, but he was a little too dizzy, a little too disoriented. He chose not to. That was a brilliant counter at the right moment. And in the end, something called a power bomb. Hits him like a bomb to the face, doesn't it?
Here is your winner, Matt Classic Senior!
And there you see, the rankings remain as they are. Congratulations to Matt Classic, a clear victory here at AWL 323. Tomorrow, it's the Giant versus the Very Happy Man. Until then, Ashitamo Suzuku.